Hello, welcome to our UX and UI final project. This video we are presenting aims to cover all of the information we have learned from tests on our chosen game, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege. Utilizing all of the information gathered, we will be conducting an in-depth analysis of the UI and UX of Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege. Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege is a first-person tactical shooter, or FPS, based on the novels written by Tom Clancy of the Rainbow Six franchise. The game was developed by Ubisoft Montreal and published by Ubisoft. The game was released worldwide for PC, PS4, and the Xbox One on December 1st, 2015. The game is an online multiplayer game. The main features of the game are the environmental destruction and cooperation between players. Each player needs to choose their own operator who also has their own abilities that will help during the gameplay. This game interface was designed to show all the necessary information to the player. All of the important interfaces such as bullet count, gadgets, ability, and reinforcement are shown at the bottom of the screen. This allows the player to focus on the game while they can still keep track of the resources that they have. There is no minimap in this game, but there is a compass near where the minimap would be. It also shows the name of the room that you're in and the current floor. This allows the player to focus on the game instead of looking at the map because the level design in this game is inside a building. The controls in this game use the same format as other FPS games with additional commands for the specific mechanics of the game. All of them can be configurable in the options menu. The text in this game is in the white text with black stroke to prevent it from blending in with the environment of the game. The goal of our project is to learn the behavior of new players who are not familiar with this type of game and observe their reactions. We seek to observe and analyze the learning curve of players. Our test procedure is to use one map that will be played on 4 different objectives and levels. Following this, we will move on to a new map to see if the players truly have a learning curve and gain experience from gameplay. In Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege, the game can be played against AI-controlled bots or against other players. In theory, the longer you play Rainbow Six Siege, the better you will get at it due to exposure to the game and learning from your past mistakes. Therefore, we want to see the learning curve of Rainbow Six Siege and how it improves players and to make it a fun and interesting game for replayability. Following the 4 E's, we believe there will be an emotional attachment with the game, as players will either get frustrated for failing again and again, or fulfillment upon completing a level successfully. For ease of use, we want to see how easy the game of Rainbow Six Siege is for players, especially with a newer player base that has never experienced the game before. For expectation, we want to see what the players expect out of the game in their first experience, and then see if it satisfies their expectations after testing. Finally, for efficiency, we want to see if the learning curve of the game is successful. If players are able to play it for prolonged periods of time, such as a new level in our test, will they be better at the game? Will it be easier for them? They truly feel like they are improving. To go with Neosyn's 5 dimensions of usability, we look at the memorability, or how easy it is for players to remember the controls of the game when put into action. Can they remember what each button or control does what in the game despite having little but raw exposure to the game? We can also use this to look at Miller's Law to see if players can recall up to 7 more or less pieces of information. Can they memorize what button does what action in the game or know their surroundings and enemies? For the aesthetic usability effect, do attractive objects like weapons, skins, and cosmetics in the game make players believe they are more useful and better in the game? Does it have an effect on their mindset? We had 5 participants that took part in our test. All of them are males and 2 are from the IDD program. All of them have played games before. The age range of the participants is between 11 to 19. Out of 5 participants, 4 of them are new to this type of game. Only 1 of them are familiar with shooting games. It should be noted that all of the participants don't know what the game is about when they first heard the name. Most of the participants cannot guess the abilities of the operator when seeing it. The method of testing that we are using is the white box testing method. Players will be playing on a specific map and game mode, but they can choose any weapons or operator they want. There are 27 attacker operators and 27 defender operators. 2 maps will be tested, 3 game modes for the attacker and 1 game mode for the defender. Our testing platform is to let the testers play Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege on a laptop. The test players will have to answer a Google Forms questionnaire before playing the game. They will then be video recorded while also being observed during the test session. Afterwards, the test players will answer a Google Forms questionnaire about their experience while playing the game to receive direct feedback. In our test sessions we had with the playtesters, it was observed that those players who have had prior FPS experience are able to learn the mechanics of Rainbow Six Siege in a much faster and easier manner than those without the prior FPS experience. Along with this, Those players who have prior FPS experience are known to remain more calm throughout the gameplay when compared to those without their prior FPS experience. It was also observed that the average test time for each level that the playtesters would play was within 2 to 3 minutes. In the test section, we observed that players are unable to handle the advanced movements such as rappelling, aiming, or leaning mechanic. However, as they go through more levels and farther on in their test sessions, would they be able to learn one or two of these advanced mechanics. It was observed with the playtesters in our test session that the majority of players did not choose the same operator. They would change operator after a round. This could be due to the fact that players would like to find which operator is their preferred character or who they are able to main as. Due to no one having any prior experience with Rainbow Six Siege, it was all a learning situation for them, and as such, each character would be a completely unique character to them to be able to test. In all the test sessions with the playtesters, it was observed that the majority of players will choose a new spawn location after death. This could be perhaps in order to familiarize with themselves on the map more. The goal of this project is to display the learning curve of the game and how it can affect the players who are new to this kind of game. The major findings we found: the majority of the players are unable to handle the advanced movement such as rappel, aiming, or leaning mechanics at first, but as the game goes on, the players are able to learn one or two of them. The uniqueness of abilities that the game provided to the players combining with all of the mechanics in the game goes against many UX laws. For example, Miller's Law. The game provided too much information that goes against the law that made the new players aren't able to remember all of it because the information is more than 7. This is why the new players are struggling with the game. The player needs to try the same operator more than once to be able to use the ability effectively and remember more information than the previous level. In conclusion, due to the complexity that goes against Miller's Law, new players aren't able to understand most of the mechanics, but as they play more, they will start to realize each mechanics and how to use them in each situation, combining with the economic system in the game that rewards the player at the end of the match to prevent the player from getting too frustrated. Players won't get too much pressure when trying the mechanic. In our opinion, the game was designed to make the new player want to learn more about the game even if it's complex, by offering various in-game rewards and emotional feelings to those who get past learning state.